Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how my cruise trip went. I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys, but I did post a few pictures on Instagram so you guys could see. So the first thing I was doing is just saying goodbye to my dog, as you guys can see here. Driving to Detroit. It took us about 3.5 hours to get there from the place where we live. In the middle, we stopped at a place to eat. My sister got some of this delicious ice cream, so you know, I had to get some too. And after that, we had to drive like for 1 more hour. Okay, so here we are at the airport. And in the airport, they have these kind of faster things that you could walk on to get to the other side faster. And I just love walking on those because you could just stand on them and it just goes kind of slowly. But when you walk, it's like you're zooming by, which is really fun. Okay, now we are sitting inside the plane, and it was like, I don't know what time was it, but it was dark already. It was like in the evening, and we were just waiting for the plane to lift off. Then we arrived at Florida and we stayed at a hotel for 1 night, and then the next day we would go on a cruise trip. So here I am just showing you guys a little bit of the hotel room. There are 2 beds, and then the outside view isn't that beautiful because they had like construction going on outside for the time when we were there. So yeah. So I didn't film like around the whole hotel because we needed lots of rest, and when we were leaving, this is what my mom's bag looked like, and she had to somehow close it up. And as I said, this is the next day and we are leaving from the hotel. Okay, so we are here on the bus and we are driving now. Now we are going to drive to the cruise terminal. Now this is the entranceway to the cruise ship. to the cruise ship, and this is just how high it is, and it's kind of like a zigzag little path, so yeah. Now we are going to our room and just put our bags by our room. The rooms weren't exactly like ready at the time, so we had to wait a few minutes so they would be ready and clean for us. Now here's where the most exciting part was. We were sailing away and it just looked really cool how you were getting further and further away from the land. And I think I will show you guys how far we are from the land. Now I fast moded this part because it was really long and very slow, and even though I fast moded it, look how slow this is going. But later on, the ship is gonna go really fast. He just has to get some speed right here. And this is what I saw when we were sailing away. This looks really cool. And they were just like shipping cars, I guess. And there were people inside of those cars. I don't even really know what they were doing exactly. And here's a little bit of the room. Sorry it's a little messy because we just like came in the room and we just tossed our bags on the beds. And we were just super excited to see how we were sailing away. And here we are, like completely away from the land, and I didn't really show the whole entire way how we were sailing out. So, well, you can still see a little bit. Now it's even like it's going towards like the evening, and it's just, the ocean is huge. Okay, so like a few days later, we arrived at our first island, Saint Martin. It looks so cool. Like the view is not explainable, if that's even a word. But it just, I can't explain how beautiful it was. This island was a little kind of dry, but the other ones were a lot greener than this one. And on the cruise ship, we had 2 rooms. My parents had 1 room, and my brother and sister and I had 1 room. So my brother and sister, my room was towards the ocean, and theirs was towards the inside. And this is how the island looked into the inside of the ship. It did look cool also from this view. Before going out onto the island, we had to eat breakfast because we would be there like for the whole day and we would be very hungry. And there's a buffet, I think it's what it's called, and there's everything. You could eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, which the food, there's so much food there. You could eat breakfast. So we went there for the breakfast, and now we are going down on the elevators to go out onto the deck and just walk out onto the island. Now we're outside on the deck, and it was a little while to get onto the island because you had to walk pretty far to get onto the island because the deck was huge. Now this is the view of our ship, like when we're almost on the island, and the ship, it just looks so big. As you can see, there are a bunch of ships on the island, and that one is ours. And I don't remember the exact number. There was like 3 or 4 ships on the island, and there was a bunch of people on the island. They were just all exploring. Now here we are on the island, and there are like a bunch of little shops here, and we're just walking through some, just looking, and we are just looking for like a bus or a boat to take us out onto the beach. On our way there, we saw this cute, skinny, poor little rooster, and I just felt so bad for it. And then there was a chicken also, and I just feel so bad. We finally found a boat that would take us to the beach that we want to go, and it was like, I don't know how long it was, like 5-minute ride, drive, whatever, and yeah. And here we are just standing at the beach. It was super warm. The water was very salty, guys, but at the same time it was super warm, like, and it's lots of fun to swim in. I was scared to open my eyes like accidentally under the water because the salt would just blind you. Well, it wouldn't blind you, but it would hurt so bad. we had so much fun on the island, and here we are sailing away onto the next island, and I will show that to you guys in my next video. So stay tuned for part 2.